Hello, and welcome to Irwindale Speedway for race number 3 of the Spark Rescreened LLC Late Model Tour. Uh, we decided to, against doing the double header, right? So we're just going to do a bigger race at the bigger track, right? So it should be maybe a little more clean and a little easier for us to handle. But yeah, here we are. Uh, Big half-mile track, right? We got a lot of them. It helps the racing, we think, but we got some short tracks coming up too, and even a road course. But it should be a pretty exciting race, I think. Uh, Justin Wilson here in the booth with me. Didn't you? Did you win this race at the end of season one?
I'm gonna be honest with you, and you would think I would remember, but honestly, I don't. I think it was here between me and you, um,
Yeah, it was
pretty
either
much the
here or
entire race.
IRP. Yeah, it might have been IRP. I don't remember, but yeah.
I've
So
slept
it's like
between then.
yeah. I think it's what it's normally like a middle high lane. It could be low, depends on the setup, but I think it was high lane when we ran it. And yeah, it was a really good race. It was probably the best race of the season. But yeah, so we're in for a treat tonight. Uh yeah, so as I said, Justin Wilson joining me in the booth. We got Chase Berry on the way. His flight got delayed. He's caught up at the airport, but yeah, we're here and ready to bring you some live action. So let's go real quick. We're going to bring up the points before we get too far into this, so I don't forget. But oh, okay, I gotta fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, after race number 2, Justin Brooks, back-to-back Brooks, right? He brought home another win. See him in the points lead, 74 points over Ryan Phillips is 57. Devin Jack, David Hill, those guys have all been up front. RJ, he's managed his way through the field in both races and still holds on to, well, I guess being tied for 4th, right? So, and then you see all those other guys that have been running up there. No Evan tonight. I think he's on vacation or something. But yeah, it should be, I don't know. I got to come up with a nickname for Brooks if he does another three-peat, right? I mean, it doesn't flow as good as back-to-back Brooks, right? But
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and just based off of practice so far, I mean, he looks to be the one everyone's gonna be chasing tonight.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's to be expected. Hey, he's good. You can't knock a guy for being good. So, but yeah. I mean, there is a couple guys that can contend with him. RJ being one of them, and uh, I mean, both of the Phillips brothers are always up there. So, yeah, we'll see. Should be an exciting show. We got some time still till qualifying. Uh, what else can we do here? Hey, we might as well just keep going through all the stuff that I can pull up here. So we're going to talk about one of our partners, Team Goon Squad. We got the Fans Choice Award. You can follow the link in the description. I'm not sure if it's a clickable link. You can copy and paste it. It's a little weird getting YouTube to set that up, at least for me. But yeah, follow that link and vote for your favorite driver. It has to be during the race, right? So but yeah, the winner of that, yeah, it says $25 gift card. They actually get a $50 gift card at the end of the season for our merch that Team Goon Squad has set up for us. So we got, t-shirts, hats, and well, hats, soon to be hats, mugs, stickers, all that stuff. And yeah, we're looking to add some more to it. It's a pretty cool deal. And thank you to James East and Team Goon Squad for coming on board and doing that. I did I got a mug for my dad, and it's like a really nice mug. He said it, coffee tastes better out of it. So
Who made the coffee? That's the question.
probably my sister. So I think she likes the Black Rifle coffee, right? She's like real big into that. But
Yeah, do you got any? I mean, obviously, besides the obvious, you got any favorites for tonight's race?
yeah, I mean it's got to be Brooks, but I mean, he's going to go for the pole because you get bonus points for getting the pole, and then you have to drive through the field, right? So,
Exactly, and a track that's kind of possibly one lane dominant makes it pretty difficult to pass, especially if this high line comes in, and that is the preferred line. It's really hard to pass underneath somebody when they're running that higher line.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the case in these late models most of the time. They're so wound up and so gripped up that you can't really like back the corner up to get the run on exit. You kind of just gotta get lucky and send it in as hard as you can and hope the guy in front of you misses his line, right? So
Yeah, it's always been a track where, it's the momentum is carried on through the whole circuit, So any little checkup or anything else, somebody behind you is going to try and capitalize on it because it is going to be difficult to pass here. And it looks like qualifying's underway now.
yes, sir. Yeah, we see Curtis Kearns on track in the number 72. Devin Jack out there.
Yeah, it's curious to see you. Like I said, once these times are done, most of your top guys are running 17.9s. Brooke with obviously a 17.7 during practice. So curious to see if they transition over to qualifying with the roughly the same times, which, yeah, we got quite a few .9s so far. Dylan LeBeau currently sitting on top with a 9.43. Oh, Dylan Hill takes it with a 17.875.
Yeah. Ryan Rose, or what else do we call him? Josh. I think maybe that's his
Josh.
middle name or something. Yeah. But yeah, he's pretty quick. He was quick in the street stock race today too. He was running up the top 5. So
It's no surprise to see who just put the quickest time down now, though. RJ Williams with a 17.873. Still waiting on Brooks to pull out. So we're kind of curious to see what he's got.
yeah, probably wait till the last second. That's part of his game, right? I guess wait for the track to maybe cool down, or I mean, I think it's only
He's
gonna
just
heat
keeping the
up. I don't know
tension
what
up.
time it is. Sim time, but yeah, that too. Give everybody else a little hope that they can get the pole until he comes down and runs like a second faster, right? But he might not. It might be close. Trying to get a live camera on somebody. I hear somebody on track, but it's not letting me.
Yeah, there's currently nobody on track right now, but the 29 is now currently on track. But I think he's kind of already finished his qual laps. He's just turning laps at this point. His fastest is a 17.968, which he ran on his first lap. He was actually slower on his second lap. Now we got Brooks pulling out onto the back straightaway now. Here we go to see what he can do.
Oh,
Yeah. I see that. He definitely struggled there coming off turn 4. He's going to try and do a redo here. See how he does. He was able to stop it before the start finish line, so he will be able to get one lap in.
yeah.
But you notice these guys when they're running all the way down there on that grass, they're getting the car sideways down there trying to throttle out of it.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was, right? It looked like he off the apron or the grass a little bit and just made it, push up on exit. But
Yeah, it's and it's crazy to see. You don't usually see mistakes out of Brooks like that, but it just shows how hard he's trying to push it to get that top time.
oh yeah,
Looks like he was able to keep it steady there and pulled off a 7:34, which is faster than what he ran in practice. That is fast. Like I said, a lot of these guys, they're not running down there on that grass like he is. So I'm sure they'll be looking at what he's doing and seeing what they can do to do better in the race. Lost
Yeah.
my stats. Sorry
It
about
looks
that.
like that is just about everybody, unless Nick Seraph can make time. But yeah, this session's ending anyway. So yeah, Justin Brooks once again is going to be your Evan Pianta Designs Pole Award winner. Uh, heavily in the running for that free paint job, and I mean Justin Brooks is also a painter, right? So that's gonna be an interesting one. You know, those two collaborating in whatever way. But yeah, we're getting lined up here for heat number one. Once again, the top five, or is this just one heat?
No, we're gonna have 2 heats.
Is it going to be two?
Yep.
Let's see if the grid. No,
Oh,
the
no.
grid's going to show us the
Yeah, we got 2 heats.
overall. So
Yep. So our first heat race, which is about to roll off underway here, got Davey Matthews starting P1. We got Benson Weaver to his outside, Clint Walker P3, Aiden Easton P4. You got Dade in the number 6, sitting in P5. Jacob Phillips starting 6th. And I'll let you take the rest because I don't want to massacre their names like I did last week.
yeah. So then we got a 7th place, the 00 of Matthew Karakoff, I believe.
The real 00.
Yeah. I don't remind me of that. But yeah, then we got a 8th place AJ Maglio, Jake Mackey, and Nathan Gentry rounding out the top 10 here. So Nathan Gentry, shout out to him. I think he has COVID. He's been pretty sick and still showing up and giving it a shot here. You know, we hope you get better, and still cool to see you out on track.
Oh yeah, that is no fun racing when you're sick. Trust me.
No,
Done it a few times. It's miserable, especially if you run VR, which I know a lot of people do. You get all sweaty and hot. And, oof, it makes it even miserable. But
oh yeah,
here we go, man. Here we go. Top 3. We're gonna make it into the. Is it top 3? Yes. Top 3 make it in.
Should be top 5.
Oh, I'm seeing 3 plus. I'm seeing 3 to the feature. I don't know.
It's possible.
Sometimes our things.
Up,
Yeah, sometimes our things are weird.
yeah.
But look at them. They're pinching each other tight. It's coming off turn 4 to take the green for heat race number 1. Hopefully it's nothing like last week. No, that second heat race we had last week. Whew, that was rough.
Yeah, heat number 2 has been bad. Every race we've done so far. So,
so far, so good. There's still double file.
Yeah, that's tight. We're looking 3 wide for a lead. No, you're good.
Oh, we got the massive crash going into turn 1. We need medical attention immediately in turn 1. That was a hard lick going into turn 1, right into the pit entry or the off-road little access there. Wow. I don't think he knew he was quite clear. I don't. Whew. Yeah, I'm speechless after that one. That looked painful. That looked painful.
Jeez, man, that reminds me of the Rhett Tucker in the slingshot race a few years ago. But man, that's unfortunate. Go from leading the heat to in the wall. It looks like his car's still driving. I don't know how. We're gonna go back.
There's no way. There's no way that car is still driving. Because
it is. He's going. The left rear is like 45 degrees to the right. Maybe it'll help him.
If he's driving it, that means he's okay. But let me tell you, though, it does look like he was trying to just get up into that top line and just was not quite clear of the 1. And that is painful to watch. Painful to watch.
Yeah. It looks like we got Karakoff's last name right. I think I just messed it up that time, though. Yeah, we're trying, okay?
We will get it probably on race 10 of the season. We will get it. Davey Matthews, man. Whew.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
gotta
he's gonna
we
be
gotta
sore.
give him some type of award for that, right? Like,
Yeah, man. But aside from watching somebody almost die, it's good to see that was able to drive away from that. But Benson Weaver's currently sitting P1. Sam Stoner called that as a racing incident, which seems fair. I mean, they was just racing hard for that lead. But now we got Aiden Neese up there sitting P2, Clint Walker, and then Dade in fourth. These guys are racing for that transfer spot. So we're going to take the green here with what we got, 8 to go.
yeah, here we go. Benson Weaver with the jump. Really good start. Let's see if Aiden can make up some ground in the middle of the corner here. Looks like he's going to stay high. I don't know if that's how you want to do it right now, but
Yeah, but you can really see these guys, man. Even running high or running low, these guys are sideways going through the middle of the corners. Just shows how hard they're driving just to try to get that transfer spot. We're still double file towards the back. They're starting a single file out. Top three's pretty much nose to tail. But the battle's starting between the 02 and the 77. And then you got Matthew Karakoff. Did I say that right that time? I think I did. I think I did.
Yeah, you got it.
We got to spin. No. Oh, 77's around into. Oh, man, that commentator's curse on that one. Little front end damage, but they kept it going. They kept it going.
He saved it. There was a wreck further back, but it looks like no caution.
And look who is driving through the field right now in that 41. How is this possible? How is this possible?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see his left rear. It is still 45 degrees. It is sticking out. He
is crabbing this car around. He is determined to get into this race.
It's like we got a battle for the lead. Aiden Neese trying to put the pressure on Benson Weaver.
Like I said, the biggest things these guys realize, they're in the transfer spot, you know. It's good to race, but be careful. You don't want to take yourself out of it when you're locked in. But these guys are not holding back. They are trying to get up underneath each other going into the turns.
Big send from 6. Makes it stick. It's going to lose it on exit, though. Here we go. 24 inside of the 1.
It's a good dive in under, but is he going to have the run coming off the turn? That upper line's going to have the run off. Vincent back to the lead.
Yeah, I think if we're going to run that low line, you got to go all the way to the grass. I think you just lose too much on exit to stay up next to the guy.
You can definitely tell, like when he's throwing it down there, that car is just tight. It does not want to turn coming off that turn, and he's trying everything to keep it off of the one car.
Absolutely. Here we go. Dave Grajewski's back. Little contact, maybe. Yeah, that was the end. Yeah, so
that was a good race. But
it should be the top 5, but it may be wrong. So we know at least Benson, Aiden, and Dave Grajewski are going to transfer, and then it should be. Yeah, it sounds like it's only 3. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I will say, though, you know, depending on how many races we run, depending on how many we transfer, but if we did pull the top 5, the 41 was just 1 spot away from making the transfer, even after getting sent into the turn 1 opening.
Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, we'd put him in the race anyway, just for the effort, right? But
100%. All right, but Heat Race 2 is lined up on the grid now. Rolling off P1 is James Danforth, I hope. And I'm sure he's hoping for not a repeat of what happened last week in the heat race, getting wrecked on lap 1. You got Sean Johnson right there on the outside of him. Sharon Hill in the 05 and P3. Lucas Longmire in the 08, starting 4th. William Cameron in P5. Anthony Roselli in P6. Robert Brose, P7. Bob Belshaw running P8. Garrett Lane in 9th. And then Nick Seraph in 10th. Should be a pretty good field here. Curious to see who's going to make it in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's tight. I mean, we see Sean battling for top fives and top threes every week. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it's crazy to see him in a heat race right now.
yeah. And Robert Props, he's finishing top 10 both races. So, if I remember right.
I know we call these heat races, but they're more like last chance qualifiers, you know?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I'd be interested to see if it was the top five, but
Well, we'll see after this one. Pace car's
yeah.
off. As they go into turn 3, James Answorth has the helm. When's he going to go off? And he takes it. They're side by side. Sean got a great launch. Timed it perfectly with James Answorth. But James looks like he's going to clear him. No, Sean gets us to his outside coming off turn 2.
This is the battle here. I mean, they are three wide.
Man.
This looks like Talladega out here. 3 wide for the lead. The 05 of Sharon Hill, sending it all the way on the bottom. He's doing what I said. Go down in the grass. See if it works. But
oh, yeah, James is getting a little loose with the 48 up high, but it still looks like that outside line is the dominant line. You almost have to just pull a nasty slide job in front of him to get in front of him and block that upper line.
5, Robert Props.
Oh.
Hard into the inside wall. Looks like he's going to get it going. No caution. I'm surprised.
No caution. Wow.
Yeah.
He got it straight. Oh, there it is.
Now we got one. And that was the 05. We went from the 5 to the 05.
Oh, I thought it was just the flagman sleeping.
Nah, yeah. So Sharon Hill battling 3 wide, almost 4 wide. The 5 gets loose. It happens after that. It looks like maybe.
Yeah, it was off into.
No, he just gets loose on his own. The 08.
Yeah, the 08 was just the unlucky bystander by that. Had no idea it was coming.
Yeah, a lot of damage to that car, but hey, that doesn't mean he's out of it.
You know what? No, it doesn't. I fully believe that these cars are tanks. After what happened to that 41 car in that last heat race, I don't even think these guys need tires on these cars to keep driving them.
Yeah, so just to fill Chase Barry in, because he's finally made it from the airport. I don't know if you were watching, but in Heat 1, somebody got sent into the cutout, and they finished the race almost transferred with the left rear wheel 45 degrees inward. So.
Well, that sounds like an interesting race. Sorry, I'm battling a cold right now. So.
Yeah, don't worry. So am I, Jay.
I apologize. But, I mean, he sounds like he was able to make the car rotate with that tire shoved in so far.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was saying it like if we could, I would just let him in the feature for the effort, right? You know, but yep. So,
man, same time. We think alike, don't we, Johnny? As I was gonna say, Sean Johnson's in the money seat right now. That shiny blue car that he's got there, of the RC. Was that RC Cola? It is.
Yeah.
That stuff used to love that stuff back in the day, and
you know I've never had RC Cola.
It's pretty good. I don't know. I think it's too chromy. I think it needs to be a darker blue to be actually true RC Cola, though.
I don't know.
I don't know. But the chrome looks good. Yeah, the chrome looks good on it. It's a nice chrome white.
Yeah, very sharp car.
Well, see if you could drive the chrome right off of it as the pace car's off of pit road. As he takes off, gets the jump on the 48, pulls right up in front of him, cleared him easily as they go off into turn number 1. Well, these guys in the back, they're not. Yeah, these guys in the back, they're not holding back. I mean, they're throwing it up high, throwing it down low. You got the 44 down on the grass. I mean, these guys aren't messing around. The 80 of Anthony Roselli pulls off P3 right past James Danford. James started on the P1 position. He's just been slowly falling back in this heat race because we only got 5 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the danger zone for sure. We got a hard charging Nick Seraph coming up. Robert Props trying to recover from
44 spun around. 44 spun around inside wall. No caution.
Yeah, it keeps it going.
Oh, but the 08 on the backstretch is definitely spun around right into the ball with the 54.
Yeah, it looks like that is going to be a caution. Said it was the 08. Let's go back and see what happened.
That 08 is just not having any luck tonight.
I think he started the last feature on the pole, and yeah, it's been tough for him here tonight. Oh.
Yeah, it's
If
just
the 54
another
got loose, or if that was a little
Yeah, it's just
intentional.
No, he got loose off the turn, right off the corner. It's just, bad timing. I mean, he did that 2 corners in a row and took out 2 different drivers. So,
Yeah.
he definitely pulled it in and called it a night after that. And I mean, I don't truly blame him. But Lucas, I mean, he's done for the night. His engine's toast. He's smoking all the way down pit road right now.
Yeah.
Need to get some fire extinguishers down there to put that one out.
Yeah, with those 2 cars in the on pit road, it makes a transfer spot in the 94th Nick Sheriff. I believe it's top 5 still, right? Correct? This week?
It should be. Our screens are telling us different. They're saying top 3, but I believe it's going to be top 5 because we're not running that 3rd heat race.
Okay.
So we will see, really. But Nick, as you mentioned with the 94 of Nick Seraph, I mean, he started dead last in this heat race, and he's potentially in the transfer spot.
So now that we're coming, 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go in this heat, how desperate will be Robert or Belshaw to get in that transfer spot? Do you think they like to send him when he gets close down? Do you think we'll have a short run, long run, or do you think they're just going to kind of race clean? Or do you think they're actually going to get into him and kind of shove him around a little bit?
We gotta. I don't think we're gonna. This is gonna be the last run. I mean, we've already passed our time limit, so I'm just waiting on race control to throw the checkered for us. But if we do get back under green, which looks like we're still under yellow, but these guys on these restarts, these guys on these restarts, they've been definitely sending it down to the very, very bottom, like off the racing surface down to the grass line, trying to execute passes off these restarts. So it's going to be wild. These guys in the back are just going to throw those Hail Marys and hope they stick.
Might as well call him Aaron Rodgers, the king of Hail Marys. For your Packers fans out there.
Yeah, it looks 8 wheels turn better than 4.
Getting the one
absolutely.
Now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our next flag is going to be the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sean's going to end up jumping the start. Not really jumping the start, but, getting that going a little early. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with my words today. Trying to find my voice and stuff.
You're good. We're all going
good.
through it tonight. It's a group effort.
7 cars remain on the field. Sean gets the huge jump off the restart here as they take the green. Probably for the last time in this heat race.
Yeah, right now, 5's got the outside. I'm curious on how much, the run here is. Well, I guess he's got the run.
Oh, contact with Nick. Oh, good save. Good save. Nick was definitely trying to break his run on that outside line.
Absolutely. I'm curious now, if he's able to get to him, does he ship him, with FedEx or UPS? I think he'll get there. I think Nick's a little faster.
He is a little bit faster, but like I said, the hardest thing to do here is to pass.
Yeah, it looks like white flag is out. He's going to have to really send it in.
Yeah, he just got loose off turn 2. I don't think he's got it. Unless the 5 messes up.
Oh, he sent it.
He sent it. He definitely sent it. You can't say he didn't try. Oh, hard impact to the inside wall.
Man, and he's going to do some victory donuts here.
Well, yeah, those are not victory donuts. Those are donuts of absolute frustration. Oh my gosh, James Stanford just sent it down pit road. Oh man.
Yeah. So it looks like it was the top 5 because I'm seeing Brobst. Yeah.
Yep. So good. It was just our monitors playing tricks on us.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got a little bit of time here. One of you guys want to interview Sean since he won the last heat there?
Sure. Bring him on up here.
Yeah, bring him on in.
All right. There you go.
Fair enough. It is short track racing. Sean Johnson is Justin up in the broadcast booth. Tell me how you feeling after that win in the heat race.
I'm feeling pretty good. I've got that set as my automatic Discord sound. I'm generally not that good at qualifying, and heat races stress me out. So winning one feels pretty good.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
go ahead.
I was just going to change the subject a little bit about the RC. So, when you designed your car, did you, like with the chrome look, did you like the lighter blue or the darker blue, like the old RC Cola darker blue?
I think I started with the lighter blue, like a lot of the cans are, and just kind of slowly migrated a little bit darker with the spec maps because I thought it stood out a little bit better.
Okay. So not a traditionalist. Got it.
Well, let's focus more back on the racing instead of the colors of our car. Sean, how are you feeling? I mean, starting 16th in this race, I mean, you feel pretty confident that you'll be able to bring it back to the front? I mean, we've been seeing you run up front all season.
I mean, hopefully this is one of my worst tracks in the late model. So if I can just get up in the single digits and bring home, a decent amount of points today and make up for it at some of the other tracks, I'd be happy.
Well, before you, get back into it, get your head in the game, would you like to thank anybody for getting back to it?
I'd like to thank Rescreened LLC for sponsoring this series, and RC and Moon Pie for giving me the motivation to run in it.
Oh, Moon Pie. All right, Sean, well, get back to it, man. Good luck. We'll be watching.
All right, thank you.
What channel were you in? General?
General.
Yeah,
Well, that was Sean Johnson there in the number 32, won heat race number 2 in pretty much dominating fashion. I think he led every lap that run. I think maybe all but one. My stats are not showing from that heat race.
Yeah, we got to figure out our timing and scoring a little bit, I think. But yeah, either way, yeah, even this, it should be showing time. I'm just gonna take that off for now. But yeah, we're set up, right? We got the warm-ups just coming to an end, and yeah, we're ready to get everybody lined up. We got to see, hey, is Justin Brooks gonna be able to do it 3 weeks in a row from 10th place, right, with the invert? So
I think he's in a great spot with the invert. What I'm noticing for that one heat I watched, a lot of looseness on the bottom. The high side looks get a good run, especially the middle high side. And yeah, I think he's starting off up high, so I think he better, migrate actually easier than he did last week into the front.
I'm really sorry about that. I'm muted. No, I am curious to see what Brooks can do here from starting from 10th at a track that's really top line dominant from what we've seen in the heat races. But he was able to wrap the bottom really well. And I think he may be able to just get that run into the corner and be able to slide up in front of them and really block their line.
But he's got some through the grid a little differently here. Because the invert, it's not really working right. I don't think we thought of that when we got it set up. But yeah, so we're just going to pull it up like this, right? So we got Devin Jack, Scotty Phillips playing the invert perfectly, starting first and second. Looks like Curtis Kearns into 72 in third. The 01 of Caleb Hill. Ryan Phillips in fifth. Dylan LeBeau coming in, or starting sixth. Then we got Ryan Rose, David Hill, RJ Williams, and Justin Brooks, the top 10. That is what was inverted, so that's the opposite of what they did in qualifying. Yeah, we're going to quickly try to go through the rest of these here, starting at 11th.
You got James Barker 11th, Dylan Potts 12th, Clifton Simmons 13th, Justin Schneid 14th. I'm mess that name up all the time, sorry. Fitzweaver 15th, Sean Johnson 16th, Aiden East 17th, William Cameron 19th, Dave Gurjinski 19th, I lied, sorry. James Danforth 20th. Justin, you want to finish out the rest of it before I can cough?
I'm sorry, I was too busy coughing to know where you left off. I'm assuming you finished on 20th, but yeah, we got the remaining 4 there. But as we're going into turn 3, pace car is off. Yeah, I mean, this is about to get exciting. Yeah, the faster guys kind of running in that 10th position. We'll see how they get up to the front. But I mean, we've seen every week. Devin Jack here has been quick as he's taking the green.
Green, green, green.
It was a good restart. There was not a lot of check up on the bottom. They're like 4 wide, 3 wide through the middle of the pack.
There were 4 wide back there, which Sean Johnson. He raced.
71 got into 2, and he saved it.
No, we got a big wreck back there in the back. We got about 3 cars, 88, the 08, and the 48. They stacked up. I mean, that was inevitable.
And the Ward Burton car, Dave Jarzynski, spun out, come up 4 into the. I'm struggling. I apologize.
It's he helps run the league, so he can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back and see what happened here. We got the 48, big checkup, and he just gets ran into from behind. I think. Let's see if we can just go back a little bit further. Yeah, it looks like Johnson was slowing up. Yeah, and the 48 he had to stop, and it's chain reaction.
Dude,
I think they're all okay, though.
Yeah, the biggest mover of that whole restart was the 24.
Yeah,
he got the run and went 3 wide, 4 wide, in, out, and he was able to make so much ground up, enough to where he started 17th and he's up to 12th right now. So 5 positions in one corner, he was on the move.
Yeah, he capitalized on the checkups that were caused from the front rows. Definitely used up the 2 car in the process, which kind of initiated the checkup. But all in all, it's good. And then looking back at Dade, just didn't anticipate the 2 being where he was going into the corner, and just gave him a little nudge. Don't think there's that much damage to his car. He did make contact with the inside wall, kind of flat. Looks like he got a little rear damage, but we'll see how he can pull it off. Hopefully the crew can get it straight up. It looks like he's crabbing a little bit, though, so he might have some serious rear end damage.
Yeah, it would be a little surprising. It didn't look like they hit too hard, but...
Yeah, I think the contact with the wall is what did him in. But, as mentioned, we've seen what the 41 did in the heat race earlier this evening, so he was able to drive up through the field, so maybe we can see Dade get her straightened up and get back on the track.
Yep, here we go. We got
I think they're driving inside of each other here.
Somebody just jumped it.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to be up there, but he disappeared and moved to the side and messed up the whole outside lane.
Yeah, that was pretty rough, but
that was definitely a weird.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, it was just some connectivity issues there, but they're gonna let the race control sort that out.
Yeah, that's why the race control gets paid the big bucks, and we just sit up here and talk. AKA or cough.
But one thing you'll see, what we had talked about earlier, is Brooks running that bottom line. But he's also got somebody in front of him. 43 gets right up underneath him. He sends it in. Oh, contact with the 10. Almost right up into Brooks. Big crash going into turn one.
Oh, and they are
piling in.
Man.
They are piling in. Man.
There are tempers flaring.
Massive crash. Let's see.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of frustration going into that, because you could see the 43 was running the apron. The 10 wanted to run the lower line, on the racetrack, and they met right in the middle, right on the bottom line, and round they all go.
Yeah.
Oh, and then after the 10 just piled into the 43, saw him and floored it right into his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of frustration right after that with the 10 car and the 43. He definitely showed his frustration out on the 43's front bumper there, didn't he?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I mean, understandably so. But, I mean, it's 2 different lines. He was cutting down to make the exit, and the other guy was cutting up to make the exit because he was all the way on the apron. So, I mean, it's racing, right? But
yeah. One thing I remember about running here, the kind of like the mid lane and then kind of hit the late apex going straight off, always seemed to work for me. Now, granted, I never won a late model here or was ever good at it. It just was comfortable for me. So one thing I like I said, but this track has multiple lanes, some wrap the top. have the elite apex. I'm gonna wrap the bottom like Justin Brooks does. And that's one good thing about this track. It just has multiple lines with these cars.
Oh my, what is going on here?
Yeah, there's like I said, there's a lot of frustration right now going on the track between drivers.
Yeah.
What
What do we got?
But at the same time, I don't know if you really noticed or not. Yes, we haven't really seen that push through the field from Brooks as we had all these previous races. I mean, he's still in 9th place right now.
And he's on the bottom, and he's not lining up top like he has been. So, he might, whatever.
And then one of the contenders from the our last race with the Dylan LeBeau, sorry. I totally massacred that. He's sitting in P5
you said
right
it right. LeBeau. You said it perfectly.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just jammed my elbow into my table. Oh, God.
Well, I will say, I'm going to give a shout out from everyone watching on YouTube. I love this name, from Big Whack. Shooting a good luck to the 77 team. 77 being Jacob Phillips, but he's not in the feature race. So I think that is them. Never mind. Read that totally wrong.
Hey, he's probably got
77
the best
giving everybody good luck. Oh, yeah.
He's able to drink while everybody else is driving. So, good for him.
Yeah, party on. We are
All right.
maybe having some lighting issues, too. I don't know if you guys see that.
Yeah, it's
It
getting a
says
little dark.
there's no lights here, but there is.
Yeah.
There's just not that many, but they're taking the green now.
I wonder if it's just the inside, like the actual small track that's lit up, and just outside just barely. Yeah, there's lights. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe it's just not fully done. But yeah, we're back to green. We got a Devin Jack out front. Gets a good start.
Well, I guess Justin Brooks running where everybody ain't. Just passing everybody on the apron. I mean,
Yeah, we're
Well, I
trying
mean,
to
yeah,
get a shot
top
of that.
line.
There we go.
everyone's running the top line right now. So, I mean, you got to go where everyone's not, just like you said. And, I mean, he's, his qualifying line, his qualifying time that he hit was running that bottom. So, he might as well do what he knows best. As we're still, I mean, side by side for most of the way back to the field.
Yeah, we're clean and green right now.
Oh, you spoke too soon. 71 car is around on the back straightaway.
Oh,
You
big
spoke
contact.
too soon.
Well,
Let's see if we can pull that up.
Yeah, but Irwindale doesn't have the best of cameras for us.
No. Yeah, it looks like he got loose. The 03 got into him when he was trying to save it. I mean, certainly could have been worse. He must have already had that damage because there was no big hits there. But
I feel like Sean, he was about to get spun to the inside. He was so loose, and once Sean got, bumped, he kind of came down to Sean, and 03 tagged him. So, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been no costing him, on the record at the bottom of the racetrack.
all right, well, here we go. We got a shout out in the chat for James Parker into number 28. We let's see if we can pull him up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's currently running in position 8 right now,
Well,
right behind Ryan J. Rose.
I like this car.
Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty
I mean,
cool
we
car.
haven't really been seeing much of our long run yet. Hopefully, we do get to see that. But in these short runs, I mean, it's chaotic. These guys are running bottom, middle, top. I mean, there's 3 different lines right now on these short runs. So I'm wondering if which line is going to prevail at the end of this.
I think wherever Justin Brooks is running, that's the line that's going to prevail.
Yeah,
probably
I don't know
the
if he
biggest
wants
Justin
to
Brooks
be
fan
running
in here.
down there.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb. I just remember him last season or something running here, and he just kicked everybody's butt on the bottom.
Yeah, but I would imagine that you're killing your tires more down there. Less banking, you got to turn the wheel more. I don't know.
All the
Yeah,
marble.
but, I think you're really protecting your rear tires more down there, though.
Yeah.
Because you're really not on the throttle as much as you are up top. So,
Yeah, just letting it roll.
and plus how smooth that he runs on the throttle. I mean, he's not even getting loose or nothing like everyone else is. So, you know, it's really all about the throttle control. It looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're doubling up again. Devin Jack still leading this race. We got Scotty Phillips starting outside. Yeah, new paint job for Caleb Hill this week, running in third. Pretty cool paint. I think Justin made it for him. It looks good.
Well, Devin Jack's still the man on point right now as they're coming to take the green on lap 21 of 100. He's holding back. He jumps it, gets clear of the 29 right off the rip, going in turn 1. But Brooks dives it down onto the bottom, just like you see, man. He's already right there underneath the 01 for P3.
And Devin was scraping the wall in 1 and 2.
Oh, he goes really high. That might be too far up, but it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see in this bottom line work, but the guys on the top just get the run off the corner, and all that momentum that they gain on the bottom, it just goes away almost immediately.
I feel like where the bottom is able to, you know, progress is, you know, if you're able to slide up in front of somebody on the exit.
If you can get right up in the line.
As Dirt would say.
But Brooks is definitely committed to this bottom line. Like, he's had the opportunity to slide into the line. He's just, I think he's preferring that bottom, and it looks like it's working for him. He's up to P3, or, you know, battling for P3 right now. But they're side by side, you know, 2 deep, three rows behind him.
Yeah, I mean, that last lap, you see it again. Might as well just put dirt tires on it, right? So, all the way down there in the grass, but it's working.
Yeah, it's crazy to see too. I mean, there's a lot of marbles down there, and you know you don't want to pick up too many of those, and you'll definitely see them cars get sideways, especially on the exit of the turn there.
Our heat race winner Sean Johnson's currently up to 10th place. You know, he's started in the back, you know, going as a heat race winner, so he's making him move to the front. You know, he's saying in the interview that he just wishes for a top 10. He keeps this up, man.
Ryan Rose.
He might be able to do it.
I thought Ryan Rose was about to clean him out, though. He was sideways coming off turn. Turn 2 there, turn 4.
I've been jinxing everything tonight, so I probably shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's man. They're battling all over the track, but that's one of the ones we're looking at. We got looks like maybe I went too far. We got a spin on the back straightaway. 03 in the inside wall. No yellow. He's going to get it flipped back around and going. Yeah, I was trying to get to that.
No yellow.
And, yeah, just got loose. Looked like trying to make an aggressive move. And, yeah, I mean, he should be okay. Just gather it up and keep going.
The battle is on for P2 right now between Brooks and Scotty Phillips. Scotty Phillips got that preferred line right now. But he noticed that Brooks is not running the bottom anymore. He's kind of running the middle.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I wonder if he's running the bottom to get the runs, and then he kind of moves up to, like, cool his tires down and let him save a little bit to know, like, that he's about to run the bottom again. But that, as I say, he goes right to the top.
Yeah, I think he was just stuck down there, right? I think we'll see him run the top until he's ready to make a move, probably, but he's getting a really good run here.
Yeah, I think when he does make the pass to lead, I think he'll go right to the bottom and get ready to set him up and going into 3.
His nose got a little loose there, too.
Yeah, he's on the bottom. He's looking to come right on up. Doesn't make the pass. Try again next time.
So much momentum on the top. Caution is out. It looks like the 88 gets spun around like a pizza. Man, we hate to see that. think he
Yeah,
had
it
a
looks-
decent run going. He was, just outside the top 10? Not sure.
He was in 15th, and he kind of like touched the wall, got a little loose, and just spun up in the marbles a little loose. And then 24, I think, or 71 came in
Oh,
and had nowhere to
all
go.
right.
And then 24 barely touched him. But yeah, that car just had nowhere to go, hit him right in the front end, knocked his bumper off.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 71 got massive front end damage from that. So I don't think the 71 saw him up there.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty late, but yeah, it's
Oof.
possible. I mean, I guess they were battling too, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Danforth does has, you know, a pretty dark car with that blue and yellow on it. So you never know.
Yellow.
It's like the brightest yellow you could imagine. But yeah, you're right. Maybe you just thought it was the yellow flag. Right? But yeah, we see his left front is cooked. He's going to have some damage to fix, and hopefully he can get it fixed and not lose too many laps. But
If I'm Devin Jack right here, what am I doing? Am I going to the bottom and starting, or do I actually try to change it up and go to the outside and jump the start to put, you know what I mean, like to put Brooks on the bottom on a restart, and hopefully the, you know, top of it'll make prevail and actually shove him back a few rows.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that could go both ways, because Brooks could just go down to the grass and make it work if he gets a good enough start. But if you do get that good start and third place or fourth place at that point follows you, then it might mire him back a couple spots and give you a little bit more of a chance here getting on through this race. But
yeah, we got, you know, quite a few big movers in this race as well. I mean, obviously you got Brooks starting P10 up to second. James Barker started 11th. He's up to 6th. Dylan Potts started 12th. He's in 8th. Sean Johnson started 16th. He's currently 9th. And you got the 5 of Robert. He started 24th, and he's up to 12th. So we got some big movers in this race so far, and we're not even halfway yet.
oh yeah,
If I'm Devin right here, I'm jumping late, holding it back a little bit, and then going late. I mean,
that's probably the best bet. But yeah, we'll see how he does.
Kind of stack them up a little bit. As the pace car is off. You know, coming to the line, he kind of slows everybody up. Oh, he takes off early.
Yeah, decent start.
Good.
Yep, pulled right up in front of him. That's what he needed to do. You know, he's got to keep that 33 behind him.
Yeah, contact. Sean Johnson able to hold on to it with Dylan Potts and Dylan LeBeau back here. Brooks sending it for the lead. Not able to hold him off though. That high line is still prevailing.
28 looking mighty fine. He's going to the middle on the 29. They're running the bottom.
Yeah, but
not getting a run.
For the most part, everyone's pretty much single filed out except for a few in the back trying to make moves to pick one off at a time. Curious to see if any of these guys are really going to ride and just kind of log laps, or are they still going to try and push?
So the tires here, they wear pretty quick, or are they pretty like, you know, they're able to hang for a while, as Justin Brooks looks on the bottom of the Devon.
Well, your guess is as good as mine, but the way that this thing looks like they're handling, how sideways they're at, I'm sure them rears are pretty heated. But Brooks slide drops right in front of Devon to take the lead. But Devon's fighting back, and it looks like he's clear. Is he going to pull up in front of him? No, he's not able to.
Give him the way.
Yep, I think that is. Every single file.
Well,
all the way to the field.
44 laps. 44 laps.
Is that a record? I'm not
I
sure.
think it is.
No, I think. I don't know. Might have to start putting bounties on this guy.
Yeah, we see. Looks like the next biggest battle is 78 Ryan Rose, 72 Curtis Kearns. Somebody's in the wall.
Yeah, I know you brought this up right before the restart. You know, the 5 car started shotgun, went up to 12th for the restart. He's currently 11th, man. He's making it work. I'm curious on how far he, you know, can get to the front, or you know, if he's gonna burn his stuff up trying to get to the front.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to pass, too. I mean, that's a pretty big testament to make it through that many cars, you know?
Oh, major contact between the 16 and the 28 coming off turn 2 there. These guys are battling hard, but I was about to say, you know, I'm impressed with the 28 car, too. I mean, James Parker's been doing really good. He's holding his own right there in P5. Like I said, started 11th. I mean, he's really making a charge. He's really holding his own here, but Dylan is definitely attacking him.
It's curious, you know, it's curious not to see everybody run the bottom. I mean, I know, you know, obviously, you know, they got the fast, you know, Justin running the, you know, bottom to make it ever work. It's great. It's kind of weird to see nobody else trying it to see if it's gonna work. I wonder if everybody's like, you know, scared of trying, you know, losing spots to try to go down there and try it, you know, to make ground up.
Well, I mean, these guys kind of figure out too, you know, when you're on the outside, it's hard to pass somebody without driving up into them. So a lot of these guys are going to be afraid to really try that bottom, and especially these ones that are up here near the front, because they don't want to lose their tractors.
Yeah, we're riding on board with this battle between Dylan LeBeau and James Parker. You just see when you go down there, man, you got to crank that wheel, and that can't be good. You know, that's why you're seeing everybody run up top. You can go down there, but I don't think it's worth doing it more than a lap or two.
Well, yeah, he got really loose off of turn 4 there a little while ago, and you can already just tell that he's paying for it. I mean, James kind of pulled away from him a little bit there, and then now Dylan's kind of back into defense mode, trying to cool his tires back off.
Leaders are coming up on single car lap traffic, the 24 of Aiden East. Should be able to get by him pretty fairly, as he does a gentleman move, lets leaders, goes down low, lets leaders go, understands everybody's fat, you know, a little bit faster, so standing at the bottom and out the way. Kudos to him.
That's definitely what we want to see. I know it's hard to give that spot up, right, and go a lap down, but I mean, if you're going a lap down, you probably have damage or something, so is it really worth, you know, ruining the race for somebody else? But we see Justin's back to the bottom. Kind of surprised by that. I would think that he would just stay up top since he's got the lead here, but
Yeah, I think the bottom line might be a faster lap time, as long as you maybe just don't have somebody to your outside, you know.
Yeah, and also like bring that up, like, you know, being on the bottom and you know, having a slide job, you gotta trust the dude behind you that he's not going to just straight forward and, you know, run you over in your rear end for, you know, sliding up in front of you, because, you know, some guys don't like to lift, you know.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell. I mean, this top line is just where the place to be. Everyone is running up here, and everyone's starting to spread out. Don't really see any really close battles right now on the track.
yeah, it looks like the closest one is probably William Cameron, Benson Weaver, Robert Props back here, and 14th, 15th, around there, 12th.
Oh, the 16 just sent it on the 28, slides right in front of him. And then now he gets in the outside. You know, he used that bottom lane. But I seen him earlier, you know, working on it, trying to, you know, mimic and everything. And he made it work.
He
was
did,
able to make it work.
And now he's in that preferred line.
Well, we got a battle for second. The 01 looks like he's trying to get on the inside of the 49.
And
I wonder if the 01's, you know, he's got some speed a little bit, you know. He's been looking on the bottom. I'm curious if he's going to try to do the same move what LeBeau just did, you know, kind of throw it to the bottom, slide up in front. It looks like that's, you know, that's how you're going to have to pass around here.
Yeah, that's Caleb Hill. One thing that's cool about him is that David Hill is his father. So, not very often you see a father-son duo out on track, but hey, we like to see it. Pretty cool deal, and imagine, you know, they're enjoying it too, with him running up the top 3.
Yeah, and you know, it's got the, you know, that father-son rivalry. You want to be, You know, let's, you know, you want to beat the old man any chance you get.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we see Justin's spreading his wings a little bit here. Closest battle is Johnson and Ryan Rose back here.
Yeah, I was about to say, things are kind of spicing up here with the Sean just being a little bit quicker than James Barker there in the 28, but that little holdup, Ryan Rose had the run, and he took looking to his outside, or inside,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah, Sean, especially, you know, shout out to him, you know, he's moving on up, especially starting in the back, you know, heat race winner. You know, it's got to do a lot of give him a lot of confidence, you know, be able to start back there and able to pass cars, you know, stay away from all the, you know, accident stuff and actually move to the front, you know.
Well, you know, and we had talked to him earlier. He said this was one of his tracks that he not a fan of. Oh, we got a yellow on the track. But as I was saying, I mean, this confidence surely got to be going up, you know, after this showing so far.
Looks like the 48. Oh my, he's
20.
backing up in front of the field.
Oh, and Sean, about
No, he's the first one to truly go through the grass now. But yeah, let's go back and see what happened to the 48 of William Cameron. Up, just gets loose. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if that was a caution or the 27 getting into the O2. I know right behind that, the O2 kind of just come down and, you know, door of the 27 get into the corner and the O2 spun around and backwards up in the wall.
Yeah,
So I don't know which one's caution, but regardless, we're under caution.
Yeah, the incident with the O2 and the 27, that's a little odd. I don't know if he was trying to like tuck in behind him or what, but they had some contact down on the back straightaway. And I think that was, in my opinion, I think that was the actual caution because that happened before the 48 went around.
Yeah, I mean, it was very close, but yeah, I don't know if that was just a little bit of a judgment. One guy was trying to cut down, one guy was trying to cut up, but yeah, either way, 2 wrecks, not too bad, right? Nobody's like really damaged from that, I don't think. So, they get to continue on and try to recover their night. So.
See a few guys going on the pit road right now, kind of probably take advantage of this yellow to fix some of their damage.
Yeah. Who do we got? Clifton Simmons, Aiden Neese, Dade. Yeah. No tire changes, so they're not trying some strategy, right? But yeah, so they gotta be fixing damage, but.
That was a nice green flag run. Yeah, it was nice, you know, be able to lay down some laps, you know, move it along, not after, you know, it seems like, you know, every race this year, you know, you got a couple cautions up front, you know, and then there's a couple people that are, you know, out, then it has like a long 50, you know, 35, 45, 50 lap run, and then the back half we'll get a couple cautions. So I'm hoping that, you know, we go green right here, we have a little 30, 25 little lap, you know, run to the finish.
But now you know that the tension's building up too with 30 to go. We're probably going to see a lot more take than we do give.
Yeah, especially in, yeah. Then we're going to be double file this time by.
Absolutely. Coming to lap 72 of 100, we got Justin Brooks on the inside, Devin Jack on the outside, Caleb Hill still in third, and Scotty Phillips still in fourth.
Oh man, Justin Brooks just jumped it about halfway through the turn there.
Hey, he helped
everyone sleeping.
He helped that whole bottom line go. As the 29 gets into Devin and he spins in front of the field, big wreck.
Yeah, 28 too. Try to avoid that and just hard contact in the wall. He's got serious damage.
Yeah, we hate to see that. That just looked like the same thing. Getting a little loose, trying to get underneath of somebody and go back and try to get a good view of it. Limited on my cameras here, but yeah, it looks like he just gets a little bit of contact with Devin, maybe. No, it looks like just got loose on his own. That's probably the third or fourth time we've seen that tonight. So
Yeah,
the biggest.
definitely looks like when the 49 kind of came down, he had a little bit of net code, or he was just trying to keep it off of him and kind of just went around on him.
The biggest winners was that whole bottom lane. You know, were able to jump in front of everybody
yeah, I mean,
on that
Devin
bottom.
was
So
the first car on the outside, and now he's back and forth. Yep.
I know.
Yeah, that definitely hurt him. I mean, I don't think he was expecting Brooks to go that early.
Yeah, and I believe the rule is that once the pace car is off of the track, like fully, then you can go. So, I mean, there's not really restart zones at the short tracks, so it's kind of hard to police. So we just, that's our, general rule of thumb. Once the pace car is completely off the track, you're free to go. But
Yeah. Well, in that case, it's gonna help. The leader. They're starting on the bottom, just be able to tuck left and go. It kind of reminds me of the old dirt track days when Justin used to lead the field to the, green flag. You just pull down to the bottom to get that run, to be able to beat everybody on the outside lane.
Yeah, this track with the pace car dipping off before turn 3, I mean, it leaves the inside lane on the restart wide open to really capitalize on the restart. So, and you can see Brooks there was just kind of not necessarily exploiting that, but using that advantage.
Yeah. As we're going double file up again.
But now that these guys have seen that, do you think that top line will be really anticipating that moving forward?
I think so. But I also think he's going to wait a little longer to do it because the outside's going to jump it to try to get it, and then he's just going to wait till they jump and then go. So if you're Dylan, he actually just takes off again and actually helps the whole.
Oh, we got a big check up in the back though. Big check up in the back.
Yeah, it looks like single car spin, but yeah, that was a lot of contact.
Yeah,
it sounds like
it looks like the 72 just did not go. Whether he missed a shift or
that's what the reports are saying, is he missed a shift.
Yeah, I mean you can definitely tell because he went and then didn't go.
They're all checking up. Oh,
yeah.
There's a car in the wall trying to catch up field, and everybody was slowing down, waiting for the pace car.
Fortunately for Dylan, looking at his car from up here, it doesn't look too bad, but he is on pit road. I don't think he's going to try and see what the crew can do to fix his car up, but it does look minimal.
Yeah, I hate to say it too. He's been running up right inside the top 10 all night, right? So, I think anyway, and yeah, he's having a really good run. No, he's been around here a while, and we hate to see something like that happen. What is going on? There's a car just driving through the grass up here. I don't know who it is. But 72.
Well, I know.
Maybe he's having some transmission issues. I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez. Well,
sorry.
These guys in this top line, I mean, they got to be worried just being up there. I mean, these guys that are in the top line, they're losing multiple spots on these restarts. So
how do you combat that? What's a way, like, you understand he is going to jump early? Do you just get on his door and hope for the best, or do you just kind of just play Russian roulette and guess it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, really, you got to guess it. But the way that Brooks is kind of just attacking the corner entry, there's no defense to that. There's no offense to it either. Like, he is just straight lining off the turn, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it just puts them in this huge advantage before they even make it to the line.
Yeah, so based off of that, it means Dylan LeBeau, who's in second, he's been doing pretty good, but now he's in the sucker hole. So everybody who's on the bottom, the 01, the 78, all sucker holes should be able to get the jump on the 16 and the 49 again.
Yeah, I mean, his only option is to really time it, jump it before he goes, but at the same time, that could bite him.
Yeah.
With a penalty. So, really curious to see what these drivers do in this top line now, knowing that, we kind of know what his strategy is on these restarts now, and so does everyone, but how are they going to attack it? But they're double file back up. This pace car will make this aggressive turn into pit road here in turn 3.
I wonder if Dylan's going to lay back a little bit just to give him a little bit of extra room to be able to, you know, kind of time it up with him when he goes.
Well, only one way to find out here to see what we got.
He holds it
turn
off
3.
a little bit.
Yep, he definitely holding back. He's definitely holding back. He goes. Dylan actually gets a better start than what most people have done on that outside line. He actually is able to maintain his second position.
As Johnny would call him, Dylan LeBro, or Dylan LeBlow. He
That
didn't,
was-
and he didn't LeBlow that start that time, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's been a new guy to the league, but he's been running up front. He's won, a truck race and finished top 3 here last week, and cool to see.
Yeah, I'm curious what he's got. I mean, I know he got.
Oh, we got a spin in the back. Oh,
Oh.
3 in the 29. Contact. Hard wreck into turn 3. Oh, man. The 0-2 with nowhere to go. Just right into the door of the 29.
Yeah, Scotty Phillips turned into a tornado there for a little bit. Let's get back and see what happened.
Yeah, that definitely looks like just the 0-3 just cooked it in there a little faster than he anticipated.
Yeah, it would have worked if there was only one car in front of him, but
That just did not work out. Oh, but the 0-2 just destroys.
we're going to go on board with the 0-3 here and see how it looked from his view, right? But yeah, he was trying to turn off of him, but he sent it in so hard, man.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work, But hey, can't knock him for trying. But
And it looks like race control has decided to make our restart single file, so this is really going to spice things up on this restart.
I might, it'll help the outside lane if he does, decide to go early. But now with it being single file, I'm curious, like I said earlier with the dirt track stuff, is he going to run high and then just bounce straight to the bottom, like you do in the dirt track series? Or are you just going to ride the outside to make sure nobody gets to jump on you? On the start.
100%, you're going to see him right on the wall.
And then cut down.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, like I said, being single file, Dylan probably has a better shot at really, giving Brooks a good shot here. I mean, we only got 12 laps to go under yellow here. We'll probably be about 10 to go when we take the green. And
so
these yellow flags are not going to help him.
If you're in Dylan's shoes right now, and if you have, an opportunity, to, get your bumper too, or nose to Justin Brooks' bumper, would you take that shot to get him up out of the way, knowing how fast he is on the long run, short runs, restarts, and everything?
I think if you can get your nose under him, that'd be the best way to go. Just, do like we've been seeing, try to pull off the slide job.
Yep, it'll definitely be interesting here. Looks like the lights are off.
Yeah, lights are off. We're coming to 11 to go.
Okay.
Just like we said, they're all going to hug that wall.
Curious on how much he's going to check up the outside if he does. It's going to be an interesting restart, being single file. Oh, we called it, jumped it, went straight to the bottom.
Oh, we got a spin, though, right off the bat, but they hold on to it. 43 is going to capitalize on that, and same with the 5, passing both those drivers on the outside. But look at Sean Johnson currently sitting P4 from that.
Yeah, true battle of attrition for him, starting,
and
working
his way through the heats. And
yeah, if you'd have told him he's going to finish, top 5, and it's like he would have been ecstatic,
Oh, yeah, but look who's sitting there in P2 right now. He's trying everything. He's running every line that Brooks is not running, trying to catch him. But Brooks is just slowly pulling away, running the fastest laps of the evening right now, the mid 17.6.
Yeah, and I know, knowing Dylan personally, it's eating him alive, knowing Justin's getting a little farther and farther and farther away. As you look to the back, there's more and more cars trying to, do the bottom lane that, Brooks has been doing all night. You know, they're making it work.
Yeah, but the biggest mover right now, I mean, Robert Roast in the 5 started dead last in this race and is currently in P6 right now.
Yeah, we've been thinking
Oh,
Blake
well-
all night because I just went to him as soon as he said that. So,
Yeah, if it goes green. But
The
you gotta-
01 and the
Let's
01
get a
and the
little
78
battle.
are still at it. They're still at it since this restart. Them two have been bumping and banging into each other. They just will not give up.
oh my, yeah, he gets really tight there. Really big run from the 78. He's going to get inside of the 5.
Ooh, the 01 bounced off the wall. That's a good little battle as we come into 5 to go.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
time
we're
by.
definitely going to keep an eye on it. Justin Brooks has a pretty steady lead here, just
They
over
made a
a
little
second,
contact.
or
Yeah,
just
he's-
about a second.
Yeah, the battle for second place is starting to heat up too because Devin has now caught Dylan. He's right on his bumper.
Yeah, yeah, Devin's up front all night. Really proven himself here tonight that, you know, it's got what it takes, right? You know? But, yeah, we'll go back to this battle because it's still going on. Robert Probst, Ryan Rose, Caleb Hill. It's not going away.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep you informed of everyone going on up front. But these guys are still beating and banging going in the turn. I mean, this is for sixth place overall between these 3 drivers.
Coming to 2 to go. Stand by.
Now they're 3 wide coming off turn 4. Look at these guys.
Devin pushes up.
And oh, there it is.
Oh,
There it
hit.
is. It was coming.
Big
We knew it was
crash.
coming.
Yeah,
There it is. I mean,
Robert
it was a
Probst.
matter of time.
Unfortunate position. It looks like
Yeah.
he's going to be okay, but
Yeah, the 01 tried to slide up in front of the 78. Just was not clear. I mean, 3 wide at Irwindale. You didn't think we would see it at the closing laps here, but I was wrong. But this green white checkered gives Dylan LeBeau and Devin Jacket really another shot at this because now we're going to be double file. So
Yeah.
I mean, could get heated, could get tense.
If I'm the 33 right now, I'm taking the outside to mess with everybody. Everybody's been seeing you what you've been doing all night. Go to the outside and wait, and then kind of jump it in the mid corner, and then that would make it side by side from there on back. If it's just then it's your race to win. And
No, I'm going to disagree with you on that because if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean,
That's
he's
fair.
been running the bottom. I mean, he's able to pull, 2-3 car lengths before the line. So why change?
that's fair. It makes sense. Yeah, you're right.
yep, we see the 03 going by to get his lap back after that incident earlier. Still riding, it looks like 15th, so not a terrible recovery, right?
No, that's actually not really a bad, horrible recovery considering cars are a lot of these guys that are running near the front are all beat and bang, through the melee through the field. But it looks like Robert doesn't feel that his car's up to par to stay out on the track. He's bringing it down pit road
Yeah,
on the green white checkered.
yeah, I don't know, unless he has a meatball, I wouldn't have brought it in. You don't want to give up. I mean, you're giving up, what, about 10 spots, 9 spots? Like,
Yeah, I mean, he may be fighting his steering too. Just probably doesn't feel comfortable. Doesn't want to ruin anybody else's night. But one green white checkered finish off. Well, it's been a pretty intense evening. A lot of close battling. And when you got a track that's one line dominant on the top, it makes for a lot of beating and banging, and we've seen that tonight.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's been very interesting. It looks like, hey, somebody must have been listening to Chase.
Yeah, he was definitely listening to Chase. I'm shocked to see this right now.
Yeah, me
One
too.
thing- well, I mean, we're about to go green here. Yeah, so Justin Brooks, but coming to the last green white checker, Justin Brooks still in the pro.
Dylan's holding back though as they go into turn 3 here though. I'm curious on what his strategy is here.
I think he's gonna wait. And
He's definitely waiting. He was definitely but still caught him sleeping.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, it's hard with the car on your outside, but yeah.
Oh yeah. This actually is going to work out in Sean Johnson's favor, though. Him running up high, he's able to get to the outside of Devin as he go into turn 3 to take the white flag. A little bit of contact between the two, but there's so much action going on right now on the track. It's hard to tell where to look at. 78 throws it underneath Devin. Oh, comes up and almost hits Sean, but as they go into turn 3 and 4, I mean, it looks like it is settled. Justin Brooks comes off of 4 to win 3 races in a row. Ryan Rose gets hooked and it hits the opening. It hits the opening going into 1. Not quite as severe as the 41, but
and Dylan comes up bridesmaid again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was making a charge of it. We kind of caught it a little bit, but he was closing the gap there on the last lap. Yeah, but just a little bit too short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good run for Sean. I think Sean finishing coming on 4th. No, he's aiming for a top 10, and
he did way better than that. I mean, considering, like he'd said, this being one of his worst tracks, I think he's going to come out of here with his head held high, knowing that he going from winning the heat race, starting all the way in 16th to finish 4th in this. I wouldn't say clean race, but I mean, I give it to him. That was his car still looks great, nice and clean. Ryan Rose with a P5. You got some guys that started in the back getting some good finishes like William Cameron, Dylan Potts. You got Vincent Weaver started 15th, finished 9th. So we got a lot of hard chargers through the field tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. We let me get back and get this set up. So we got to bring Devin Jack in. Here, I'll grab him.
William learned to race on a computer.
Devin Jack, what a race tonight. You started up front. You led a lot of it. Able to work your way through after kind of getting screwed over on the restarts. How do you feel?
I'm just happy to stay in the top 3. I was assuming I was going to lose that. I did my best to keep Brooks behind me when I had the lead, but there's no stopping him.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to do, right? And I mean, hey, he's one of the best. So, I mean, still coming on P3 behind him and Dylan, it's nothing to hang your head about. Yeah, I mean, it was really good show. Take us through a little bit of the line choice, because we would see, the bottom would work, but was it really worth it, right? It was kind of a choice, but
the bottom was good at the start of the run. As soon as everything warmed up, then it didn't work as well. I was just trying to do the best I could to to take away that choice, run about as middle of the track as I could. But that only works for so long, too, until you slip up and somebody fires it high.
Yeah. Hey, well, you were still able to hang on. And, I mean, I know those restarts, man, that had to drive you crazy. Chase was talking about it, but the high line, once you got stuck out there, it was impossible. You were just losing spots no matter what. But, yeah, I mean, still very cool. You were able to come back through and hold on to a P3. Do you have anybody you want to thank or shout out before we let you go?
Just the whole organization here with Spark for keeping these things running as smoothly as they do. Well, most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we try, and we appreciate your efforts in it too. Definitely make my job a little easier. So, yeah, I mean, we'll let you go celebrate with your, your friends and all that, and see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny.
It was 3rd place, Devin Jack. If one of you guys want to take Dylan.
Yeah, I got him. Chase talked to him last week. Dylan LeBeau, our 2nd place finisher. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, I seen you give it all that you had there at the end there to try and catch up to Brooks. Was there anything else you could have done different to try and get a run on him there at the end?
Before that second to last caution came out, I was running pretty good laps, trying to do a different line than he was. could get a little bit of momentum down the straightaway. So I kind of needed him to mess up, and I could get a run, caution out, and I trying everything I could, and just started getting tight, and had to go to the top and run in on the top.
Well, speaking of the top, were you actually surprised to see him restart on the top on that last one, considering that he been running the bottom the whole race?
I think he knew that if he gave me the bottom, I couldn't really do anything with him other than wash up and take him out, and I really didn't want to do that. So I think that was kind of a smart move on his decision. Kind of gave me the top, and I did get a good start. I could down and that run.
Well, I can tell you one thing, man. Knowing that this is, your first couple races of this, of the league, really, you've been really putting on that you are somebody to look out for. Finished third last week, finished in second, just one more spot away. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, again, just all the Spark guys for putting on your race. Justin, he's fast, man. So that's the guy we're gunning for. I think he races here. So yeah, just hopefully next time I can have a little bit of something for him.
All right, man. Go enjoy celebrating with the team. That was your second place finisher, Dylan LeBeau.
All right. And Chase, you going to take Justin?
Yeah, I got him. I got him.
Don't sound so excited.
Justin Brooks, this is Chase. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut straight to Chase. What made you decide to go to the top at the end? Because you made me look absolutely stunning, brilliant. Because I just want to point that out. So, what made you decide to go to the top?
It's all about a mindset, man. You can't always be predictable. You always got to throw everybody off their game. So I figured that's another part of the element of being in these races. You got to control the starts, do it at a different time. Can't let them anticipate the start. And like I said, don't keep them off their toes. And whenever I picked the top there, I figured everybody be bamboozled by that.
Yeah, I'm glad you made me look good, man. I appreciate it.
No
But
problem.
other than that, how was the race? Struggled with tires, just worried about anybody coming to the field, starting 10th?
The race was great. There was a few rough stretches and all, but I mean, it was kind of hard to make the bottom work. I was trying to be really, really careful there early on before I got the lead, just trying to go down there because I cannot see anybody when I'm coming off 4, especially. I don't have triple screen, so it's like a blind spot. So I'm having to be very hesitant on the throttle, not try to come up too much, and it kept hurting my runs. But I started getting more confident with it, just trying to be a little more aggressive with it, and I got to the point where I put myself in position there to get a run on Devin there in the turn 3. He crossed me low, and I knew if I drove it in deep into 1, I could get him. And after that, I was just managing the lead, managing my tires, just making sure I was good in case the race went green flag, which it did for a bit, and then we had a caution there at the end. But just trying to run my pace, just be comfortable, be smooth, and just try to put myself in position to win at the end.
Well, you ran a good race, I guess I put all the pieces together. Anybody would like to thank?
Yeah, thank you guys again for a hell of a broadcast. It's fun watching you guys going at it, doing this thing. It's really awesome. You guys are doing, like I said, a hell of a job. Thanks, Spark Racing League. Like I say it each and every week. It's because I mean it. It's one of the funnest racing leagues out there for short track racing. I enjoy racing with these guys. I mean, I'll keep coming back every single week if I got to for a long time to come until I can't do this anymore. I'll be 80 years old. If Spark's around, I'll be here. Thank everybody that's watching out there. Thank all the guys on the track. Again, I had fun racing them guys. Nobody races dumb around me. I don't know what's going on in the back. I know something happened with somebody. They got ejected. I don't know what the deal was with that, but that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again. I'll just say it again. Thank you guys. You do a hell of a job each and every week.
Well, I appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your winner, Justin Brooks. 3 in a row. Can anybody stop him in 2 weeks at South Boston?
South Boston.
Absolutely. Yep. So, man, yeah, I wanted to. We got to come up with a nickname now because I had back-to-back Brooks. I know we talked about it earlier on. It's hard to get like 3-peat Brooks or something that don't really flow. So,
How about Streaker Brooks?
Raker Brooks, what?
He's on a streak. He's on a streak of wins.
That is not what went into my mind.
Oh my! Now you know why we have Chase here with us.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm off the wall. Oddball. I'm just glad he made me look. He made me look pretty. He made me look like the best looking person at the prom.
I will say you definitely called it. I mean, you called it right down to the T, man. Now, but curious if 2 weeks we go to South Boston. I wonder who's got something for Brooks. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dylan LeBeau's looking like one of those contenders that could give him a run for his money.
Yeah, he's one of them ones that keeps texting me. Oh, I ain't that good here. But all right, so let's get to a track that he's actually good at. Let's see what he's got. Which New Smyrna is well on my eyeball list because he runs locals at New Smyrna. So I think that's the track that he's got circled on his calendar.
You guys are kind of making me want to jump ahead here, but before we get to the remainder of the schedule, let's go through the running order here. The results. We got obviously Justin Brooks still in the bow, Evan Jack top 3, Sean Johnson winning the heat and racing his way in and racing through the field, coming home P4. Really good run from him. Ryan Rose was able to hold on after all those close battles to bring it home in the top 5.
Yeah, moving on from that, we got 6th place, David Hill. William Cameron in the 48 started 18th tonight, mind you, and finished P7. What a move from him. Dylan Potts finished 8th, Vincent Weaver 9th, and Curtis Cairns rounding up the top 10.
Then you have Aiden East in 11th. You got AJ Maglio. I love saying that name, Maglio. In 11th. No, 12th. I can't read that far. Caleb Hill, 13th. Clifton Simmons, 14th. Robert Props, he had a great run starting shotgun, got all the way up to, 7th, 8th place. Got the ball to that wreck, and he turns out 15th.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got everybody's favorite Hollywood actor, Clint Walker, coming in 16th. Great. Dave Grajewski. Man, I was making fun of you, then I ended up messing it up. But brings it home 17th. James Barker, I know we had some fans in the chat for him. Unfortunate end, but he did have a really good run going. He was up in the top 5 for a little bit there, right? Or 6. But yeah, I mean, then we have the Phillips brothers, Scotty and Ryan, rounding out the top 20.
Yeah, and then just to round out the field, Anthony Roselli, Justin, I'm going to massacre that, Skank. Yeah, I can't say it. Shank. I'm sorry, man. I hope you're not watching. James Danforth, and then R.J. Williams, which he got a disqualification this race. So I'm curious to see some after race goodies on that incident. So that rounded out, and then that rounded up the field for the feature tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we'll jump into the remainder of the schedule. I know this is probably a little off, but is that it? Hey,
we don't like doing things per scripts, Johnny. We just want you to know that. We like skipping around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, like the numbers and stuff, because we only did 1 race tonight. So we're only doing 10 races instead of 11. But next week, we're off to South Boston. And that's kind of, man, that's where this league sort of started. It used to be just a track championship with custom setups and stuff. So it's always cool to see that come back, kind of nod to the roots of the league, and that'll be a pretty exciting one. Then we're off to North Wilkesboro. Probably do some type of paint job contest or something there. That's always a fun one. Kind of a little bit longer race, crown jewel race essentially. Then Aschersleben, the road course.
Sounds
right?
German.
I don't know if it's German, but it probably is. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty fun road course. Kind of reminds me of Watkins Glen. Maybe, a little tighter, but, pretty wound up corners. That'll be a really good show in these things. And then we're going to finish it off with Nashville, New Smyrna, Five Flags, and IRP.
Now, can we talk about South Boston?
Yes.
Well, I don't want to. I'm joking. No, I'm definitely curious. That's a good little half. Is that a half-mile track? No, it's not a half-mile track. What am I talking? But it's definitely a high bank track. Knowing it's a very bottom feeding track, so definitely probably see a little bit of bumping and running. Unlike what we saw here tonight, so we're gonna see some good racing there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's always a good show there. And I mean, the road course, that's, we've seen in the past, like, that's kind of like the outlier, right? So somebody that maybe isn't running up front at the the ovals has a chance to win, and we've seen it before, and it's always pretty exciting. And yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to it. We'll be bringing it live to you from the Spark Racing YouTube, and yeah, I guess if that said, you guys got anything you want to say before we head out?
I don't know, man. I'm good, man. Got my fix in for today. Some good racing.
I know you guys probably both going for the cough drops after this. Hey, I might be too, but
Cough drops in bed.
Yeah. Yeah, my head hurts.
All right, so yeah, for Chase Barry and Justin Wilson, this is Johnny Rapp with Spark Racing League. We will see you next week.